Good morning, everyone. It's Joker, and we are back with another slime video. And today, I don't know where I'm going in my menu. Today, we're gonna go over some things that were posted on the Isekai Memories official Facebook page. Now, credit to whoever is in charge of translating the stuff from the live stream, because as we can see, this was posted 8 hours ago. As of, Tuesday, February 1st. It is currently Tuesday, February 1st. And they posted the translations on how to beat Jubilee. Yeah, that's been done for, a few days now. So, someone fell asleep and forgot to translate? Who knows? I don't know. Assist characters with special traits. For experts, recommended 4-star buffers and debuffers. I'm sure this would have been very handy information for the general population last week. So, neither here nor there. What we're actually here for, not those, is because they finally posted the questions from the Q&A session. Now, I covered those a little bit last week when the live stream actually happened. I got some translations. This is all of the questions that they have posted, at least. So let's go through, let's talk about them, and let's see what kind of interesting choices they made. So, question 1. Are you going to add a nighttime version of the town to the game? Answer, we would like to, yes. We already have a feature for changing the environment, like with the winter version of town, so we plan to update that further in the future. Okay, pretty simple question, pretty basic question, but honestly, that's the one they chose. I mean, I don't imagine, I'm not a game developer, I'm not, an expert coder. I don't know how hard it is to change the sun to, nighttime in game. I don't imagine it's terribly difficult. So, update that further in the future. Like, how far are we talking to add a nighttime version of the town? I think that's an easy thing to do. I know, personally, when I'm playing in the dead of night in bed and, it's quite dark in my room, going into my town and just instantly being blinded because everything is so bright, and then, the snowy town made that even worse because now everything's white. With the snow, it kind of hurts my eyes. Personal issues though there of playing in complete and total darkness. Let's move on. Question 2, are you planning to revive any past events? Yes, there will be revivals. We are going to work things out so that players can participate in events that they missed the first time around. Now, they technically have already started doing that with the permanent reruns of the original story events, the Made in Tempest, the Veldora's Journal, the Dark Veldora thingamabobber, the story events that gave people 35 crystals if you had already watched them over once. But this, I believe, is speaking to like the events to farm up the free-to-play characters that new players are not able to get, so the Dark Benimaru, and the Wind Shion, and the Fire Shuna now, like, people can't even get. So, I mean, that is great for free-to-play players when they do implement this. Again, there is no timeline, but at least they have acknowledged that they will be bringing these characters back. And as far as what they should do with it, I mean, I believe that they should make it just like a clean slate, so people who have the units can, do it again if they so choose to, and new players have that full ability, because there's no point in segregating it between, new players can only actually get the rewards, and old players can just play for funsies onesies. I think that if they made it an entire reset for the entire population, and, old players, instead of, leveling up the units, they just get the memory stones that they can use on their other 4-star units or use in the shop, that would be a very good idea, because we have no use for them. They're already maxed out level 100. Like, we actually can't do anything with that. And so, if they don't do that, then there's really no reason to play, unless that's how they're going to implement getting more octagram emblems from the milestone rewards. So, I would like more memory stones. I would like more octagram emblems. It's going to take a while for them to start doing reruns, though. We haven't even been through all 7, all 8, 9, 5, 6, 7 of the metas. So, at least they're going to do it. Moving on. Question 3. Are you planning to make any of the characters such as Hinata, Sufia, Mulin, or Carrion, who are only accessible as bosses at the moment, into playable characters? I also hope that you add more 4-star characters to the game. Yes, we're planning to make them playable. It will be a little while before we add any new 4-star characters, but we will add more. Okay, so obviously this question is slightly outdated because we just got a free-to-play Murin. So obviously they're working towards that goal. Hinata, Sufia, Carrion. I'm going to make a video probably later today going over who I think is coming next for the rest of the light meta. And I will be mentioning probably all 3 of those units, actually. But then the second part, I hope that you also add more 4-star characters to the game, but it will be a little while. I mean, there are some 4-star characters that can bring you a decent amount of assistance, especially for brand new players, and that's all you pull because you got shafted and you're trying to re-roll, and you have 1, 2, maybe 5-star units, then your team is obviously going to be full of 3 and 4-star units. And the more 4-star units, the better, because they have better stats and they have better abilities and la da 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 da. But how many actual 4-star units do we have that are not the free ones? I believe so Kurobe is a 4-star. Light Millim's a 4-star. Water Reamer is a 4-star. You're a 4-star. You're a 4. You're a 3. You're a 4. You're a 4. You're a 3. You are a 4-star? Yeah. I mean, units that, personally, I don't use that much because I have the options to use such things. I just sold literally all of these dupes so I could get more protection unit shards, but that's neither here nor there. Adding more 4-stars will be a very nice thing. We could see some less represented people, some less important people. Like I don't want them to make Carrion a 4-star. I would rather have who's a small time character that could get it. Grucius or Yom, they could be, decent 4-stars. They have a decent amount of screen time, but their impact in the anime is relatively low. There are a number of other units that could be made into 4-stars. So it will be a little time, be a little while. Great. Fine. Moving on. I want to take some screenshots of my game, but then I see all the icons and think again, can you please add a kind of camera mode to the game where it hides the icons or something like that? We are discussing adding a mode that gets rid of the icons. We're hoping to have it in-game by sometime mid-February. Okay, so a lot of games, especially games based on certain IPs, are adding a screenshot mode with no UI, nothing, and you just get the character image by itself. And I mean, technically you have that option already, so if I go into Space Film and I click on this, it'll take this away. Yeah, you still have these 4 things up here, but the main image of the character, you can just crop this shit out. So it's not really a big deal. But if you want like a full screen image, then I guess you could do that. The fact that they've acknowledged that it's going to happen this month is pretty good, so I have no qualms about that. It's not something that I personally am looking for, because I will just crop those images out, and I have cropped those images out for thumbnails and the tier list and everything, so it's not really a big thing on my end, but I'm sure there are people that would appreciate that feature, and it's good to know that it's coming this month. The last question for part 1. Will I ever be able to visit other Chancellor's Tempests, so their towns? We thought about adding that feature while the game was still being developed and plotted it out, but it looks like it will take a while to actually realize that feature, so we hope you'll keep waiting patiently while we work on it. So, can I go into the home, and then, or will there be an option, somewhere in this UI to like visit a friend's town, and you can just kind of take a leisurely stroll and go through and look at what they've done. Don't look at mine because it's absolutely horrible and not aesthetic at all because I just slammed every building together. Please ignore it. I mean, it'd be nice. Maybe if you go to the town, you can get some bond levels with other characters who maybe aren't in your town, or the same ones, but you can maybe at least once a day visit someone else's town and double up the bond experience from all the people that you can normally get it from. But it's going to take a while. Obviously, there is no real connection here. Not even PvP, not even a guild system. So they would have to implement something along those lines first before we start talking about visiting other people online. So it's going to take a while. But we will get there, I guess. Alright, moving on to the second part of the questions. Question number 6. I'd like it if missions that haven't been completed were displayed on the start screen for each stage of quests. Answer, we are definitely thinking about continuing to make visual improvements like that to missions. Okay, so if I'm reading this right, I'd like it if missions that haven't been completed were displayed on the start screen for each stage of quests. So I assume that means that if I were to go into, events and I go into Conquest, that would mean somewhere in here there would be the missions tab to see, what is left over from doing all these, like my master conquest missions that I'll be streaming later today. I haven't done a lot of those to give me gold hammers, but I do have to complete them, but I don't want to have to, go all the way back into here, and then go into limited, and then scroll down, and then find them, and then go back into quest, and then go back to, conquest, and then go back into the stage. Like that, yeah, that is a little bit time consuming, unnecessary, and by the time I'm back here I've forgotten what the damn mission was. So that would be a very nice quality of life improvement as far as streamlining the UI in the game. Something that I will look forward to, because even here, even going into the stage, you can't find them. You're at your team building. You're going to go back out and then do it again, and by the time I'm back here, I'm going to forget the mission again unless I write it down, which I have, but not everyone wants or has the capability to do that, since a lot of people are on their phone. Excellent question. They are looking into it, which is very good. So I cannot fault them. I have no issues with that. Question 7, and question 8, and question 9. Not quite sure what happened here, why they have, 3 questions over the same one. Apparently it was a big question. When are you going to add the original character Shinsha? Shinsha. Okay. It's still early. We're certainly planning to add her, but we'd first like to add characters from the anime and then move on to her. This is my first big disagreement with these questions, besides the fact that they have it 3 times. They marketed the game as having an original storyline with new characters, created by the original author, and, it's a side story. We've got Rie Takahashi as Isis. I don't remember who voices Shinsha, but you marketed the game as, Rimuru has a daughter who is a slime with purple hair. It's like, great. Why are you waiting so long to make her a playable character? Like Isis, she's a big titty waifu, sure. I mean, yeah, add her in please too as well. But why? Why are you holding off on making Shinsha a playable character? You literally have 6 different Millims and 7 different Rimurus in here. It's like, yeah, they are very big main players to the game. Am I getting a little sick of them? Kinda. I mean, recently, they've been breaking the mold. They have been dropping new units, Gobta, Murin, Soka, which is great. But I don't need another Benimaru. I don't need another Shuna. I don't need another Shion. Why are we waiting so long to add Shinsha? And this isn't like we'll add her, in a month or so. This is, we'd first like to add characters from the anime. You know how many characters in the anime they haven't touched yet? A lot. There are a lot of characters in Slime that have the potential to be in this game. And if they're going to put all of them in before the character that this game was, built upon and is in the story mode, that is a terrible mistake. Absolutely mind-boggling mistake, and I do not understand it. So, why? Why, devs? Why are you doing this? You're doing a good job overall. I'd give you like a 7, 8 out of 10 right now on the game as a whole. This answer to this question gets a 1 out of 10. Easily 1 out of 10. Why? Answer me now. I demand an answer, a better answer, of why you are choosing to wait so long. She has character models. She has animations already. Like, what's stopping you? And then, question 8 is the same, and question 9 is the same. So unless they come back and fix this, and I'll have to, make a whole new video to go over these other 2 questions that are not actually questions, that's it for this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about the Q&A session that I have right here. Do you agree with, all of the answers that they've given? Do you agree with me on this stupid question right here? Let me know. Do the whole like and subscribe thing too if you haven't. And yeah, that's it for me, guys. Take it easy, and I'll see you later.